Hello and welcome to the Candace Club. Today I'm going to talk quickly about a dream I had last night. Now, the dream settings, when it comes to dreams, all of us dream dreams that we can remember, dreams that we don't. But when you do remember a dream, dreams don't necessarily start in which you are pushing a button and entering a dream. Normally there's no beginning, and normally there's not really an end. You're sort of put in a scene. So I was in a scene of this rum. In this scene of this rum, I was operating as third person party. So when you have dreams, it's not necessarily you are the one in the dream. You may be experiencing consciousness of another entity, another person in third person. You see. And sometimes these are situations in which you are experiencing as yourself. But you gotta know how to differentiate when this is you experiencing a dream and this is you experiencing from a third person perspective, a third party. So, in this dream, I was laying down out to the far middle section of this room, and there was a group of people in the other side of the room. Notice that the dominant force of this dream, there was a T-Rex. It was a T-Rex, a talking T-Rex. Look, just like a T-Rex, a talking T-Rex. And what was happening in this dream is that this child was being about to be sacrificed, and the mother of this child went for to save and sacrifice herself in place of that child. The T Rex was holding the child, and the mother of this child willingly put herself in the place of the child to be sacrificed herself. Now, it's obviously this dream is grim. Someone would call this dream a nightmare. There was no fear, necessarily a fear, a paralyzing fear in this dream, but it wasn't of the light kind of dream. Considering that, and similarly, speaking of that, when I say it's none of the light side of the dream, is that way in which this mother was sacrifices, I saw that her intestines were being pulled out from her body live. And the T Rex was speaking. And I was sitting on the other side of the room. Either I was paralyzed or I didn't want to get up out of fear that the T Rex would see and come after me. So I was trying to cover myself and not be seen. I was putting something over me to cover myself so when the T Rex moved and exited the room, I would not be seen. So finally, the T Rex moved from his position and walked over as T Rexes stomp over in the large magnitude. It was as if either in my head I was wondering either I'm going to be stomped on or I'm going to be identified. Before that happened, the dream ended. So there's no revelation to this dream. It is actually a being able to see into a experience that was likely happening in some other realm, in which this creature, a T-Rex, a reptile, this animal creature was speaking, conducting some type of ritual. And there was grim things happening, and this woman was sacrificed. Her intestines and inwards were being pulled out from her. And being able to come from that dream, you see, this, I had a series of dreams. This wasn't the other. It was a series of dreams and scenes. The other dreams I choose not to speak of. I choose not to speak of them because these were obviously targeted. These were things for me to take note of. It was a revelation, understanding, unveiling. of things that are going on, things are happening. But what was interesting is that this dream, when I woke up out of these series of dreams, you would think that the whole night would be over. I woke up maybe 10 minutes before 3 a.m. And we all should know, 3 a.m. is the witch's hour, the beginning of the end point of the witch's hour. So it's interesting that the times that you wake up, there's times when a person wakes up right before 3 a.m. and having these series of questionable dreams. You have to be on the look and be introspective to understand that maybe God is trying to speak and communicate something to you or let you in on what's happening in the other realms. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.